Hello guys, it is me, Rebel, here bringing you guys season 3 of this series. Now, we have a gambler. We have a guy who has mossed, and we're going to be using the Sean Payton playbook. That sounds pretty cool, right? It sure has to be really cool. So if you guys do enjoy this video, please be sure to drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Turn on turn on that notification bell so you don't miss a video. Also, you guys, I'm gonna be for TikTok compilations. Normally, again, I post a lot of unlisted videos and then I try over delete like the unlisted and make the video then on. The only reason why I do that is because number one, the place that I use isn't suitable like for editing only because like I have a mic and I only use it for live commentaries. Also, this is the playbook. This is like I think yeah, right here. Okay. I'm using the Sean Payton playbook. Now, I'm gonna have to talk about certain things in today's video, so here we go. Number one, the new update for Madden Mobile 21 has released, and the yard got a massive update. And that means I can start producing more content on that side. You know what? That sounds pretty sick. I dare say so myself. Right here, I started running the ball and I injured a guy's ribs. Now that is pretty sick if I dare say so myself. Anyway, what am I gonna say? So this is the formation that I wanted to do a challenge in. The Taysom Hill slot challenge. Now, here is the idea behind the challenge. You basically have to use a backup quarterback, I guess if you would call it, and you have Bullock, who, by the way, is a kicker. If any of y'all didn't know, he is a kicker, and that is pretty sick. You run QB, keep like a QB key play. Um, then I put Bullock on a slant, so it effectively makes it 5Y holding penalty. So nothing is like changed on that play. So it also has to be the lineman that has to ruin it. This is why I don't like the Raiders' offensive line, even though they're pretty good. So now another 5Y setup. I actually put Bullock on a cross and he catch the ball nicely. Now it's third down and 2. I do the exact same thing. Another 5Y situation. My gambler is activated. And now I get sacked. So that means we have to settle for a field goal. And it's a 50 bomber. However, I can't do 50 bombers. And by the way, as you see, the first quarter ended. I'm pretty sure Bullock doesn't hit like 50 bombers unless you can get the kick accuracy correct, which is an accurate kick, and it went in. Thankfully, it went in, and the Ravens obviously scored a touchdown with Lamar Jackson. Um, okay, sure, fine. There is an issue, like a major issue with this playbook. You cannot do this with other positions. Like, you can't put a kicker at wide receiver or a kicker at fullback. Like, imagine if we used this playbook on Madden 21's like Buccaneers, Tom Brady, like freaking like playing like wide receiver, catching passes from Josh Rosen, or like on this current Raiders, um, like Derek Carr playing like linebacker, not linebacker, sorry, wide receiver, and catching passes from Hunter Renfrow. And look at that gorgeous throw and like run, like wow. Also, another thing I have to know about sorry, the Wildcat plays, and I'm pretty disgusted by this. Um, the fact that you can't audible a passing a Wildcat play makes me disgusted, and here is why. And if any of y'all can agree with this, please let me know. You can't audible, and you can only change a Wildcat play to another Wildcat play. And effectively, that doesn't work. Yeah. So right here, Gambler, I get picked off by Earl Thomas. There is a problem, a huge problem with the Ravens defense. It's going to be a big problem for most like offenses this season, only because they have massive upgrades this season. For number one, they have Calais Campbell, which makes their front seven disgustingly good. They released Earl Thomas over a practice incident, which, okay, sure, fine. That makes sense. Because you don't want your guys being complete jerks. Um, okay, sure, fine. That effectively makes sense. However, seriously? Come on. Also, another thing I have a big issue with, and again, you can let me know. I think the Ravens, I'm not placing a bet on who's going to win the Super Bowl. However, I do know for a fact, and I think everyone knows this for a fact, that quite frankly, and quite possibly, that the Ravens might, well, I'm saying might, win the Super Bowl. Now, there are some key problems. Number one, like Lamar Jackson, the Madden cover curse that we all know and love about. there's an issue. If you don't know about the Madden curse, over the course of history, every single time Madden is released with that NFL player on the cover, historically, people like tend to say there's a curse, which is a valid point, and normally the player does good, and sometimes the player does bad. For example, a player that we all know who has done well over the past 20 plus years is the GOAT Tom Brady. He has won 6 championships over one, two, three losses, 9 Super Bowls, 6 out of 9. So there is a 0.6666% chance that he will win a Super Bowl. Okay. Um. All right. Let that sink in. I'm a Patriots fan, so shut up. Um. So the issue is right now for most. Well, for the Ravens, let's say they have the easiest schedule. Being the easiest schedule does not mean you're gonna have competition. Sure, you're gonna have competition, but like I do not understand for most teams. They're gonna be like, oh my god, and look at that. Bullock just ran for a rushing touchdown as a kicker. And he also kicked a field goal. Like, oh my god. Anyway, the problem is with this like competition is that we're gonna have an issue with super teams. Now you know in the NBA there have been super teams like in the 1980s where it was historically the best, but also the worst era. Let's just put it that. I won't get into what's worse, but let's just say drugs. Okay, most notably cocaine. But it was the best decade because it saw super teams. The Bird Celtics, the Showtime Lakers, the 76ers, sorry. Um, Dominique, Dominique Wilkins Hawks. Um, yeah. So those are the 4 teams I know because watch Mike Corzembo's YouTube videos. Just a quick plug for a guy who I absolutely love. Also, that is true, by the way. The cocaine part is true. You can look it up about the 1980s, please. Like certain players in the 1980s. I'm just gonna give a quick summary. Basically, what they did is that they took like there were so many good players in the 1980s that nobody really knows. It's just that they took cocaine because they were really that popular, and then they fell off like in an instant, right there. Best part, well, besides that very bad, like that worst part, it's just that the NBA, I think, has moved on, and I guess it worked. It worked, and that's why they have a good drug policy. But this year, well, the if we can relate to this, again, you have problems with drug substance policies. Most notably, um, Josh Gordon, who was a Patriot, actually got released because of a drug problem, another suspension. And then He was supposedly released by the Seahawks because of a suspension, and got re-signed again. Yeah. So take this logic about the drug problems in the super teams. The Ravens, the Kansas City Chiefs are obviously super teams of the AFC. Now for the NFC, it is really hard to stand by. 49ers, one for sure, everybody saw them go to the Super Bowl and they lost. Okay. Then they then you have the Seahawks. Let me tell you, the Legion of Boom has been reborn because of Jamal Adams, Shaquille Griffin, and his brother, Bobby Wagner. I mean, you can't deny that. So, two teams. Then you have a potential. Well, I'm not going to doubt this. The New Orleans Saints. Now, you may be thinking, Raul, that is a little bit of an odd team. Let's just say that they have been to the Super Bowl. They have at least had a winning record every single season, like every single season. Let's say in Drew Brees' reign, you can't deny that. At least they had a couple of downfalls. So I can agree with that personally, but that doesn't change the fact that he is notably a top tier quarterback. And it's no doubt in my mind and anyone else's that that's true. There is an issue in New Orleans Saints. They're a super team. They are a super team based off their talent because they have Davis, Marshall, Lattimore, Cameron Jordan. Um, on offense, they have Alvin Kamara, who's still a workforce. They have Drew Brees, Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas, Michael Thomas, not Tim Thomas. Huh, never mind. Anyway, so that's my take on that. Now, another super team who I think has the potential. I'm saying a potential super team is not the New England Patriots because we already know the top two super teams of the AFC. The NFC, I'm gonna dub this as a potential. Like I said, I think personally it's the Tampa Bay Bucks. They have two goats, Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski. They have Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. They have a very young defense, and they have Bruce Arians, who's the QB signal. What QB whistle caller? And yeah, it's the same with losing, but Madden. Anyway, um, uh, Cowboys, no. Um, yeah. Packers, yes. Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams. They managed somehow, but might be Minnesota's here. Who knows? Then I don't know about the AFC East, NFC East. Right? Anyways, guys, thank y'all so much for watching. Y'all are legends in my book, and as for me, I'll see y'all in the next one. In peace.